What's up, guys? Paul, and where to start? It's been a long time since I've done a video. Mostly from being busy with work, I finally got a day to myself where I'm just gonna chill out, hit the gym, just recharge the batteries, stuff like that. Because I've been working insanely. I'm not gonna say hard because driving a truck isn't particularly difficult. It is, you've got to be safe and all that, and not kill people. That's the major thing. Is obviously not being safe for other people and yourself and blah blah blah. Anyway, blah, blah. It's just more working long hours. Long hours is the thing. Anyway, so basically what's happened in the last 6 months, I haven't updated anybody about it. I'm going to do a separate video as well, specifically about my RS, and what's gone on with that over the past few months, and mostly just voice my concerns about the car itself, about how Ford treat people, stuff like that. But you'll see that in a bit anyway. So we're in June. We're almost halfway through the year. It's flown by. I'll tell you that. It felt like it was January like 2 weeks ago. So it's flown by. But I suppose that's what happens when you get into your 20s. Of time just disappears like crazy fast. So other than work, really, I mean, nothing's really happened in my life anyway. A lot of stuff's gone on around the world. Not all of it great. There was the terrible attacks in Manchester, my hometown, at the end of May on the 22nd. And my thoughts, prayers, and love go to anyone that was affected by that. It really hit home. I wasn't awake at the time because I go to bed early for work, and I woke up at 2 o'clock in the morning for work to get ready for work, and I saw it on my phone, and it broke your heart, to know that it was targeting children, especially in your hometown, your home city. That's like my home, you know. Anyway, from moving on from that, because it's been in the news for weeks, and it will do forever because of of what happened and stuff, along with any other attack of that description. But other than that, from my point of view, I've changed sites for job, so I'm a lot closer to home. I'm enjoying it a lot more. I say enjoy it. Being a truck driver, there's certain laws of how many hours you can work in a day. When I was working, basically maximum is 15 hours, 15 hours in a day. So, I'd worked 15 hours at my old depot. I had an hour driving in, then I worked 15 hours, then I had an hour driving back. And then, so I'd have 9 hours off from when I finished my shift, but that's only 7 hours off because I had an hour drive home and an hour drive in the next day. So how are you supposed to get a decent amount of sleep at that point? So yeah, I was really fatigued and stuff like that. And now, I feel a lot better knowing that I can work a 15-hour shift. I can get home in 25 minutes. So I'm still able to get, 7, 8 hours sleep a night, a decent amount of sleep. So I feel a lot fresher. I'm still working like a 70-hour week to earn a decent amount of money because the pay isn't great, but that's the same across the industry. So there's not a lot I can do about that. But other than that, life's it just goes on. You just have to make whatever you've got work. And there's no point getting bogged down of you haven't got this, you haven't got that, blah blah blah. You haven't got, I'll admit, I don't have my own house. I'm paying bills on this, credit on that, credit on this, and it's like, at the end of the day, when you're 23 like I am, unless you get handouts by loads of people, or unless you became really lucky and successful in whatever you're doing, then I look at people, I look at YouTubers that are similar age to me, and they're driving around in Ferraris and Lamborghinis and stuff, and it's just like, good on you, because those guys basically gave up, not gave up, I'm going to say chose a career path and they stuck at it. And YouTube wasn't always big, you know, it was like 10 years ago when, you know, or however many years ago YouTube started out, there wasn't a way to make money. And then it was like, well, advertising. And then YouTube put adverts on top of that. And then people would get the video sponsored by outsourcing thing. And then by that time you were massive, you were getting billions of views and you're making loads of money. So that's a career path that those guys are stuck at. You know, they were doing it as a hobby on the weekends when they were going to school. And then whether they went to college or not to do A-levels or degrees and whatever, they just carried on doing it. It got big. And then next thing you know, they're millionaires, you know, and they've got more money than I'll ever see in my life, you know. And I just do this as somewhere to vent and put my videos up online because why not? But yeah, you know, you just got to make whatever you've got work. So I'm going to end this video because it's getting long. I'm going to do another one specifically about my car, and then from that I'll see what happens in the future and see what happens, and we'll go from there. So I'll sign off and I'll see you soon.